So it's raining, and you guys want to see Autopilot in the rain. So let's go. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in. This is Dax Tesla Talks. You guys wanted a rain video very, very badly. I've had a lot of requests in the comments in my other videos for a rain video with autopilot, with vision only, with no radar, just cameras. So it's raining, it's finally raining. So this is a late 2021 May build, Tesla Model Y, all-wheel drive, long range, no FSD, just basic autopilot, and it has no radar. It's one of the ones with no radar. That's why you're watching this, and you want to see how it reacts, how autopilot will do. You've seen it in the highway, you've seen it on city streets, you've seen it at night, and now you need to see it with rain. So the roads are wet. Let's go. Our following distance is going to be set to 5. Part of the limitations is, you know, you can go from 3 to 7. So we're going to go in 5, right in the middle, and that's a comfortable speed for me anyways, or distance anyways for me. And right now, if we go to wipers, you can see the wipers are off. That's why you see the windshield's covered with water. The minute I go into autopilot now, watch, I'll pull it back up. The minute I go into autopilot, it puts the auto wipers on automatically, and the wipers start working because it needs to clean the space for the cameras, so the cameras can see. So we're in autopilot. We're doing 85 kilometers an hour. Following distance in front of this RAV4 is pretty good. It's a little light rain. We're going to hope for hopefully some downpour. Maybe we'll see what the forecast can bring for us. Some downpouring and heavy rain. Right now we're just getting rain, light rain, and the roads are wet. There's got a sheen to the road, like a glare or a sheen. So it's hard for me to see the lines. So I can imagine autopilot and the cameras are probably having equally hard time. But it's doing a decent job. Looking at concentrate on the blue lines, folks. You see how much they stay solid and straight, or if they waver and wiggle a lot. If they wiggle a lot, that means it's the cameras and the system having a hard time detecting the lines and the clear path. So far it's doing good. It seems to wiggle a little bit in corners, but like I said, yeah, so it's raining a little bit here, and we're getting mist from a lot of the cars from the wet roads. So want to see how it does with mist. Cameras are up. I've had some trouble with this right repeater lately. If it gives me any more trouble, I'm gonna have to put a service call in for it. But it's picking up all the cars around us, cars coming up beside us and stuff like that. Cars behind probably too. Does it pick up the car behind me? Yeah, it picks up the car behind me. Not the one directly behind me, weird, but the one coming up. So this is it. Let's see what we got a red light coming up and stopped cars. Let's see what the stopping distance will be like. Remember, it is wet. I'm gonna hover my foot over the brake. It's already starting to slow down, so it's doing a pretty decent job. And like I said, the setting is set to 5 for the following distance. And it sort of, yep, it stopped there fine. No complaints. It's a little heavy there at the end. I swear to God, it seems like every time I go to make this video, it's downpouring. By the time I get in the car and get everything set up, the rain lightens up. I know how to make it rain though. You wash your car and take a long time and a lot of effort and a lot of energy washing your car. I guarantee you it's gonna rain the next day. Okay folks, one thing I wanted to show you is when you have it on autopilot and in the rain and it's raining there, you cannot turn off the wipers. It's the button here to turn it off is grayed out, and it says, the message says windshield wipers cannot be disabled when autopilot is active. So you can't turn it off. The only way to turn the wipers off is to come out of autopilot, which I'll show you right here. If I come out of autopilot, then I can turn it off. It's off right now, and I can turn it back on. It's the only way to turn off the wipers and adjust the speed even when autopilot is on. Okay, getting a little heavier rain right now. I don't know if you can hear it on the windshield, but it's coming down pretty good. Still not torrential or anything, but it's still coming down pretty good. It's getting heavier right now. We're on a single lane road. And you can see the wiper speeding up to match the, I guess, the conditions of the rain, or how much rain is, the volume of the rain, I guess you can say. on the windshield. So the auto wipers are working pretty good. I've never had a problem with the auto wipers in the past. I know some people have. It's raining heavier, and you can see the wipers are just going faster and faster. It's keeping up. I don't know at what point. We're coming up to a red light here. Let's see. Oh, now it turns green. But yeah, the car is slowing down. Yep, it's slowing down from 80 to slowed down there to about 75. Now it's slowing down even more to match the distance behind the lead vehicle. Yeah, so it's slowed down there fine. I don't know at what point I haven't had it rain so much that it's actually turned off the wipers. Sorry, it's turned off autopilot. It said that it can't do it. I've heard that it does do it, where it gets to a point where it can't do it anymore and it'll just tell you. So hopefully in this video we can experience that, where it gets to the point where it can't keep up and it'll just shut us out of autopilot and want us to take control. Here's this interesting situation, folks. Scenario. It's raining a little bit. We're in a single lane roadway where one direction one way and one direction the other way. It only has one solid yellow lane marker that separates the directions. Nothing on the side. It has no shoulder. It just drops off from pavement to grass. And as you can see, the blue lines, autopilot's picking it up pretty well. I mean, for everything considered, there's no painted line on the right hand side, but it's picking up pretty good. It's wavering a little bit, as you can see, but it's not doing a bad job. So I would consider this a moderate rain. It's raining pretty moderately. We're coming up to a red light now. I don't have FSD, so I'm going to have to manually stop. Coming out of autopilot. And you can see when I get out of autopilot, the wipers are still coming on because they're on auto. Now if I was to take it off auto and just put it on off, now they're off, so there's no wipers. Now when I start driving, when I go to engage autopilot now, right now, the wipers will come on automatically. So you can never forget to turn on the wipers when you engage autopilot. The system has taken over and realized that you don't know what you're doing. You may forget, so we're going to do it for you. So, and that way too, you know, you can't be in autopilot and control the speed of your wipers or turn it off because you don't want it coming on, because you have RainX on your windshield or something like that, and then you get into an accident and you blame autopilot. Tesla's taken that out of the equation and said, you know what, when it's raining and you want to use autopilot, we will dictate how often and when it comes on, which I can see why they're doing that. Okay, we're just gonna get on the highway here and check out some highway driving. Put in autopilot for this ramp. I'm ready to take over just in case. Some ramps it just flies through, and then some ramps like this, it's actually doing a good job, and I'm taking it at a moderate speed. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. 48 going around this corner here, around this ramp, getting on the on-ramp, and it negotiated that pretty well. Now it's speeding up. See, now that's why you got to take over. It started speeding up as it came to the corner. Let me speed up here, and then we'll engage autopilot. Get to some cruising speed. There we go. We'll do. It's raining, so we'll do 115 just to get up to that truck. I want to get up to that tractor trailer up there and see what the spray is like. So, as you can see, obviously going at a higher speed, the rain's going to be a little more frequent on the windshield. The drops and the wipers are, you know, accommodating that, and they're doing a pretty good job. Once again, like I said, try to look down, concentrate on, obviously I'm concentrating on the road, but when you're looking at this video, look at the windshield and outside surrounding areas, but also look down at the screen and look at the blue lines. That'll give you a gauge of how the system's doing and how it's reacting and what it's picking up. Now the tractor trailer, as I'm getting closer to it, it's changing lanes. It's throwing up a lot of mist, so we're going to go beside it actually. Now that it's moved out of the way, the autopilot's going to close in the gap, and we're going to get it right beside it here, and you'll get to see any spray. No spray. We'll get up to the next one, being very careful here because it's raining and these tractor trailers are a little nerve-wracking sometimes. So, okay, we're coming up to this slow-moving dump truck and the tractor trailer, and the autopilot system worked flawlessly there. As you see, slowed down. Now we're doing 85. That's why everyone was moving out of this right lane, because this slow-moving dump truck. So we will do the same and get out of this lane. We're actually going to follow him and see where he goes and see how autopilot handles this off-ramp. We saw the on-ramp. Let's see what the off-ramp is. We have the dump truck in front of us, so it's sort of curbing our speed. It said apply force there. A little red hands came on with a audible tone saying, and that's just because I didn't have my signal on in time as I was merging over to that lane. That's all that was. Okay, going back on the highway here again, going back the other way, and we're on the on-ramp, and it's doing this on-ramp a little bit better than the other one. Mind you, this is where it went for a crap last time, but it's doing it a lot better this time. We're going to check out the merge speed. Here's another white Model Y up ahead. So the speed isn't correct, so I'm going to have to tap this to get the correct speed, and this lane ends, so we're going to have to come out of autopilot just to change lanes. And then merge again. Okay, now that we're in the center lane, now we can engage autopilot again. It's raining lightly. What we're getting more here on the highway is the mist and the spray from the other vehicles, and we'll see how it deals with that. I wish I could get some kind of a downpour rain on the highway here, but we'll take what we can get. This is reality at the end of the day, folks. I mean, sometimes you will get a torrential downpour, whether on city streets or on the highway, and it'd be great to see how autopilot would react to that, but we don't have that in this situation, so this is the reality for us. Like I said, it's just a light rain. It's looking pretty good. The blue lines on the screen are pretty solid. They're not wavering too much. Mind you, this is a construction zone of some sort without the cones and the barrels. So these lines on the road, these road markings are pretty well marked, and they've only been painted recently. So, and they're also bright orange, so as opposed to bright yellow or white. So it is a little different than normal. So the camera shouldn't have any problem picking this up. Okay, folks, that just about wraps it up. I think we can conclude the video now. That was our test of autopilot in the rain. We got to see how it works, you know, city streets and highways. We got to see how it works when it takes over the wiper settings, and how you can't come out of wipers and actually manually take it over while you're in autopilot. We got to see how it works on city streets at moderate speeds and moderate rain to a little bit of heavy rain at times, I guess you can say. We didn't get the torrential downpour that I was hoping for, and maybe you guys were hoping for at home too.